Hey there everybody and welcome to the third episode of our alpha testing for the DW20 mod pack. Now you might just notice that things look a little bit different around here. Well, there is good reason for that. I am currently on a private test server that was set up pretty much by Prog for the Direwolf test pack pretty much. So I have been playing around on there. I pretty much moved everything over to here. I say moved, but more or less I rebuilt what I had. And pretty much, well, got everything ready to go here. All the same stuff, except for I've added some extra stuff. Like I've got some machines going already. I've got a nice little miniature applied energistics system, which took me a little while to get going because the new applied energistics takes quite a lot of time to get to an ME controller. Let's just say that. And I've obviously got a much better source of power here with the endothermic pump and the nether setup. So either way, I figured I would just do my recording on the server for the time being at least. I might as well. Nobody's on at the moment, so it's just me on here. And there's not really that many people with access to the pack either, so we're not going to see a whole lot of people on here or anything. But it's somewhere where I can do my recording. I can do it on a server, so that helps test out, server-based stuff anyway. And I've also got some nice lovely power armor which I've customized. Very dark looking, oh yes. Either way, I figured I would do stuff here and I will start this episode at least off with some Ars Magica. So first things first, to do Ars Magica what you need is a 2x2 pool, I think at least. I think it could be bigger, I don't think it could be smaller, but you need a little pool of Ars Magica liquid essence. And what you do is you're going to put an item frame just like that and put a book inside of it. And you should see these cool particle effects like that. And absorbing the essence. Bam! Look at that. Oh, they changed the look of the book, it looks like. And I'm doing the wrong thing. Derp. I have unlocked the secrets of the arcane. Look at this giant book. It's huge. Alright, so check this out. This is a really well made book too. I know I've said that the Britannia book is really well made, but this one is also pretty darn well made. And it's got its tabs and everything telling you what to do. A forward. Boom, 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 boom. But that doesn't really apply to us. That's got nothing to do with us. I don't need anything like that. This pretty much tells you that you can configure the UI and move stuff around. Your first spell. Looks like we need to make an Oculus and an inscription table to start off. Easy enough, right? Oculus. So we're going to need some blue topaz. I'm not sure if I've actually mined any of that up yet. Let me check. Oop. Let's go ahead and attempt to make it real quick. See what our well, we've got that. What else does it take? Stone, brick, and glass. I happen to have the glass in my inventory. Do we have stone? We do have stone. So I've got just enough for this little recipe. And one Oculus. Bam. And then we need, what was it? An inscription table, right? Yep, sure thing. Piece of cake. Inscription table. Oh, we're going to need to make some spell parchment for that. Got any paper in here? We sure don't. Let's go ahead and make a good amount of paper because we're going to need it. Man, do I miss my applied energistics. Look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful. I hope I have feathers in there. I don't have any slabs or feathers. I need one torch in there. And then we need feathers and slabs. Okay. Piece of cake, we got this. Totally got this. I forgot I had wood in there I could have just used. We're gonna need some chickens. Let's see. Chickens. I do not see any chickens. Maybe over here? And as you can see, I took a Horn of the Wild to this area, so it's pretty well cleared out except for these pesky pneumaticraft plants that always like to creep in. They're hard to get rid of. Alright. Where do be all of the chickens? I've seen cows, sheep, and pigs already, but no chickens. Really? I don't want to sit here and hunt forever. I just need one feather, man. Just one little bitty feather. Oh, you know what? Prog actually has a whole bunch of chickens over here. Shh, don't tell Prog. Oh, see, I hatched him one. It counts. Totally worth. And I'll even leave the chicken over here. There we go. Perfect. I cannot spell. Much better. Bam! One inscription table, thank you. Alright, so we're not going to want this in our tech room. We don't really have any room anywhere else at the moment, so I think we're going to have to just put this on the outside for the time being. So let's just put it down. Sounds like it's placing. There it goes. I was going to say, it sounded like it was placing, but it's not placing. And the Oculus, bam, you have 3 blue skill points to start the game, or the mod off with. And you can see here you got green, red, and they do different things. They're mostly tiers. And then up here you have your offense tree, your defense tree, and your utility tree. Now, since I already have power armor, I'm probably not going to need anything out of the utility tree, because it gives you stuff like dig and uh, feather touching, lights, night vision, yada yada, and then of course the defense gives you leap. The regen could be good, but I don't think anything's going to break through my armor anytime soon, so I don't know. Let's just try some offense. We'll play with some offensive magic, huh? We'll do projectile, and now these are all modifiers pretty much. These are going to be what your spells are made out of. So we'll do a physical damage projectile, and then we'll learn magic damage. That sounds good, right? Alright, so now we're going to need a book and quill, which means we're going to need another feather. Dang it. You know what? That's okay. I can just give myself 1 feather, no big deal, alright? Yeah. And then we're going to need ink sacs. I don't know if I have any of those just yet. Let's check. Nope. Alright, let me go grab some. That should be easy enough. Here, Scooties. Come on, there's got to be some squids. There we go. I did not put the module into my power armor yet that makes me swim faster, so here I am. Underwater. Playing like the squids do. There we go. That's better. At least now I can move around underwater. We're going to get a bunch of these because I'm planning on doing some Thaumcraft at some point too in the near future, so if you guys know Thaumcraft and Ars Magica, they take a lot of ink. Which makes sense, it's magic. Lots of ink in your spellbooks and whatnot. Alright, so our next step we're going to need to do is we're going to need to make a book and quill. Except that we don't have the stuff in there for it because it's in our inventory. Alright, now that we've got that, we're just going to run right over here to our inscription table. And you just plop your book in right there. And then you drag your modifiers down right there. And it'll tell you over here if it's missing anything. So you pretty much just need... Where do I put this? Over here? Over here? I don't know. That is strange. They've made a few changes to this since I've used it last, so I'm not sure why this isn't working. If we can get this to work. So that's what I thought. You can just... No, you can't. Okay. I'm not sure if this is a bug or if I'm just not doing this right now. Not really sure. Seems like no matter what I do, it doesn't work though. Maybe it goes at the bottom. Haha, of course, that's how you do it. Silly me. Bam! Now we have our magic missile spell. And if you look right here, it'll tell you it's a projectile shape and combined with magic damage. Oops. And then if you go over, this is the list of materials that it will need. And that is quite a bit, actually. Which I think we can make pretty easily. But before we do that, you also need... Oops, not that. You also need to make... Is it here? A crafting altar. Which is going to be where? Under blocks? Crafting altar. There we go. Okay, so we're just going to need some Vintium dust and stone. Got that. At least I should have that. Alright, now I'm pretty sure, unless this has changed, this is a multi-block structure. Yes, it is a multi-block structure, so we're going to need the full structure crafting altar. Here we go. This is what we're going to be making. Now, if you look right here, this shows you all of the different materials this can be made out of. Now, this can be made out of a lot, but we're probably just going to use cobblestone and maybe iron or glass, something, whatever we've got a lot of. I don't even know if I have enough cobblestone for that. Pretty close. Okay, and then I'm going to need... Do I want to use blocks of iron? Nah, let's use glass. How much glass do I need for this? 5? Perfect. I have 5. What do you know? And then we're going to need some magic wall, which is just some stone. Surrounded by what? Vintium dust, right? And that makes 16. That's plenty. Okay, so let's make our crafting altar. And this thing is also going to need power, but we'll get that in just a minute. First off, let's put it right about... I don't want it in the way. Let's set it over here, I think, maybe. Hi there. Just putting down some more lights real quick. There we go. Oh, missed a spot, looks like. Just clear these guys out real quick. And now we can gather up that and be ready to roll. And I think we're going to need some cobblestone stairs too. Yep, we're going to need at least 8, I think. Alright, and now why I need so much room for this is on top of the crafting altar, the thing to power it takes a decent amount of room too. So I think we'll just put it right here. Sounds good. We'll put it in the ground, I think, and it's going to be a 5 by 5 structure. Knock myself into the water with that one. There, maybe that'll keep him out of our way. There we go, that's about right. Perfect. Alright, and our next level is going to need to be cobble right here, 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 and here. And I think that's going to go 3 high if I'm not mistaken. Yep, 3 high, perfect. And then I'm going to run out of cobblestone and have to go grab some more, I think. That's okay. Oh, nope, I still have some more in my inventory. Lucky me. Alright, next up. Hello, little guy. Ah, they have to be so fast. Just come here. What? Oh, okay, no, I know I missed that time. Oh my goodness. Get lost, you can't even hurt me. I don't want to misplace this glass because, you know, we can't replace it. Alright, and then the glass is going to need to go right here. I forgot about that actually. Okay, looking good so far. And then we're going to need our magic wall, which we just so happen to have here. I love this stuff, looks so cool. Can't go through it either, but it makes a great looking wall. Alright, so we're set there. We just need our stone stairs. Of course, we'll probably upgrade this later on once we have some more resources, but for the time being, this is pretty good. Bam, beautiful. Then we'll pull up our crafting altar right there, and 2 cobblestone, and we're done. We have our crafting altar, full size. And we're going to need a torch up here. Okay, now aside from that, you also need a lever and a lectern. The lectern is just some slabs and some planks, so easy enough. We've actually got that in our AE system at the moment, at least the slabs. And we need a lever, which is easy enough. And those need to go like this and that. Bam. And our crafting altar should be completed. Now on top of this, we also are going to need, as you can see right here, you get the extra effects and it tells you what gives it, so at least we have decent stuff. Okie dokie then. So next up we're going to need to put this here, right? Or maybe it's not registering right, hang on. Well, that should be right. Oh, no, I'm missing... I should still be able to place that, but I am missing some more stairs around the edges. There we go. Can I put it down now? Nope. Okay, hang on. What is the difference? This is one of those things that they really should have a step-by-step leveling all the way up to it so that you can actually see what it needs to be. Maybe if I try to put the altar in from the top. Maybe it was just being buggy. No? Really? That's weird. Let's read it over real quick and make sure that we're not making anything wrong. Look into the spell creation, that's all we need. See right there, place the book in the inscription, or from the inscription table on the lectern, and then throw in a blank rune and the book guides you through the rest, which it should be. Strange. Oh, and there it went suddenly. No, wait, that's my... What? I forgot you could even do that, that's cool. So why isn't it placing this book is the question here. Very, very strange indeed. And why can I type in the book for that matter? I wonder if it's buggy. Let's try with a regular book. Maybe I could put a regular book in there? No, it definitely wants it to be a book and quill. That is very strange. Let's try remaking the book real quick, see if that helps. Let's do it. No. I guess it wants it like that no matter what. It's the exact same book though, I don't know what the difference would be. Also not working. It seems like it's not registering it as a crafting altar yet. Maybe I need to do that? No? Very confused. Alright, I'm gonna pause the video real quick and see if I can't figure this out. Alright guys, and we're back. And after a little bit more frustration, I finally figured out what was wrong with it. You have to actually sign the book and close it. You can see right here it's a completely different looking book now. You can no longer edit it. It's because it was still technically a book and quill. You have to actually change it to a fully written closed book. I wish I had known that, but after a little bit of trial and error we finally figured it out, So I went ahead and gathered everything up that we needed, and I am going to craft me a magic missile. Alright. Woohoo, check it out. So to get started, you toss in a blank rune. That is always the first step to each spell. And then the book will tell you what order to put stuff in. So what we're going to do is we're just going to get where we can kind of see that. Ventium dust, an arrow, snowball? Yeah, snowball, purple rune, lapis, a book, sword, sword. I thought I had a stone sword on me. Let me go make that real quick. And the spell parchment is last but not least. Poof. Bam! Magic missile spell. So when you right click with a spell for the very first time, it will allow you to name it, which by default it'll take the name of the book that you made. And it'll tell you its mana cost, affinities, and I'll get into affinities later on. And then it also lets you pick the way it looks in your hand. Let's go with, let's see, Magic Missile. Let's go with maybe one of these. That looks kind of cool. So many decisions. Let's see, I want something appropriate-ish. It's an awful lot of choices. Let's just go with something like that. How's that look? Bam. Oh, check that out. That is sweet. And if you look in the bottom right and the bottom left, you can see my spell. On the bottom right, you'll see the mana bar, and on the bottom left is your burnout meter. The higher this is, the more a spell cost cast. So that pretty much tells you that you don't want to be casting spells over and over and over again, because if your burnout gets full, then it costs way more mana, and it's just not very efficient. So as far as leveling goes, you have to use the spell in an effective manner. Now if this was a self spell or like a touch dig spell, okay, so if this was a self spell for like jumping or whatever, then you would essentially just cast it on yourself. That's automatic. It's not worth as much XP though. But now this spell on the other hand, this or the physical damage spell, you have to hit a mob with it of some kind. It doesn't really matter what. We can just hit the sheep right here. Bam. Didn't really do much damage, but you can see our level bar almost leveled right there, and our burnout meter capped off really fast, because we're not really... That's a little bit about what the affinities do. The more you're attuned, so to speak, to a certain affinity, the less... I think it makes it cost less mana and less burnout, I want to say. It's been a while since I used the mod, so I could be wrong about that. And then there is also, oh, and when every time you level up, it resets your burnout meter and gives you full mana. Woo! Killed it. Cool. All right. So as long as we've got almost full mana, I'm gonna go ahead and use it. Keep using it. And you know what? I should be able to get another level right here. So, oh, damn it. Come here, piggy. Oh, new entry unlocked. I must be out of mana. It pretty much tries to. Oh, see, here's the affinities right here. Alright, so you start with... Sorry about that, I had just a little bit of a crash. Where was I? Okay, yeah, affinities. You can view affinities at your Oculus, and essentially the more you cast a spell, the more you attune to an affinity, like I was saying before. And once you hit 100% in an affinity, you become locked to it, and you will need an opposing tome to unlock your affinity. So that's an interesting way to do it. That means if you're casting too much of a certain thing, then you can't really get an affinity to the opposite of it. Something like that. Or it makes them cost more. I don't remember if it stops you from using them or what it is. Let's see what else is new. Oh, you can make mana potions now. I actually have not seen that yet. It's been a while since I've used Ars Magica, so that's a little bit new to me. Ooh, a spell book. We're definitely going to need to make one of those. Pretty easy to make too, actually, and you can store all of your spells in there. Not to mention it gives you a little spell hotbar of about 9, 10 spells, something like that, which is pretty handy. An obelisk, what does that do? Oh, okay. It's one of the power things, right. I remember now. Okay, what else have we got? Why can I see these? These shouldn't technically be unlocked yet. That's weird. Drown, that one's kind of fun. Use that on something in the water and you will just pull it down until it dies. Let's see, bam, oh, come here, give me a level up. Totally. Come here. Oh. Killing me, man. Oh, man. Okay, let me look up the key. There's a key that you can use to change your power level that you're casting your spell at. There we go, Ars Magica, casting mode, just see. which is also bound to something else, so I think it's conflicting. 1 second. Crafting grid, I don't need that. I don't need that. Is that everything? Is it still... I don't need any of this pocket crafting crap. Okay. No? See, still not changing it? Or maybe I don't have access to the other casting modes yet? They might have changed that. It used to be when you... Last time I played this, when you first started, you could change between low and mid power right away, but it looks like you can't do that yet, actually. So, damn it! Every time I go to shoot, they move. It's killing me. Beautiful. Alright. Let's see here. Let's look into making some mana potions, shall we? Mana potions. Might as well, right? Alright. We'll start with a lesser mana potion. Takes, guess you can use several different types of poison, it would seem. Or potions, it would seem. Or maybe all of them? It looks like to me it's cycling through all the potions. What is mundane? That's from putting redstone into it? Interesting. Okay, then seeds and sugar, that's pretty easy. Let's see. Well, we don't have a brewing stand yet, although I could make one pretty easily. Let's see, we'll just set you down. I guess we'll put you out here with the rest of the magic stuff, that makes sense. And we've got 2 levels, and every even number you get a new skill point. Oh, and here's your affinities right here, forgot about that almost. So as you can see here, I'm starting to pick up a little bit of an affinity towards this, and this. Uh-oh, looks like I'm getting a weakness to water and sunlight and poison, oh my. Slowly but surely. And this is giving me a magical weakness. Not much, because I have very, very little affinity towards this point. But yeah, pretty much the more you step in, the more they affect you. What can we learn on this tree? Frost damage, that could be fun. Oh, and I can learn the drown now. Nice. That could make for a pretty handy spell if I could keep stuff underwater. At the same time, I really like ice spells, so let's do that. Maybe between episodes I'll make some ice spells. Since I'll be doing... Where did the sandstone stairs come from? That's weird. Since I'm doing this as like a server, since I'm playing on like a little server now, I'm probably not going to be recording quite as much at once. I guess that's not really what I'm trying to say. I'll be doing a lot off camera, let's just put it that way, because I'll be doing a whole lot of testing on here, making sure that everything's good, because, you know, the sooner that we can thoroughly test it, the sooner that, you know, you guys can play. So that's what I'm working on, at least. And I'll just be recording off and on, you know, anytime I start a new mod up on here, or, you know, I'm doing something pretty interesting maybe, you know, I might even do like one video where it's just a bunch of different clips of me doing specific stuff, you know, something like that, but nothing fancy. I feel like somebody stole my wheat. Can't believe I would leave part of it not done. I blame Prog. Alright, I want to make a spell book real quick, because if we're going to be making spells, we're going to want a spell book. Plain and simple. Ooh yeah, I even had everything in there I needed. Barely enough string, apparently. Alright, so when you want to do this, you just shift, right click, and that opens up your book, and then bam! You can have a whole storage of spells over here, so it holds a lot of spells. And then over here is where your bar is, which I think you just hold shift and use your mouse wheel if I'm not mistaken. I think that's all you need to do for it, but yeah. Alright. Well, I think that's about going to wrap things up. Sorry that Ars Magica stuff took so long to get going there. I really didn't know what was wrong with it, and it wasn't anything to do with my altar, which I thought it was at first. It was just the book. So, fail on my part, and I hope you guys got to enjoy that little laugh on me. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time.